Hey everybody, what's up and welcome back to the channel. And today I am getting ready to get back on the water. I got my favorite Field and Stream Angler 10 bass boat, my little bass boat that I love for ponds. It's all rigged up and ready to go. And today we're going to do some hardcore pan fishing. Now, I haven't really done just a pan fishing video, so I figured maybe that's what I would do today. But I am going to target some bass as well. But we are going to be fishing probably one of the smallest baits I've ever fished in my life. And it's a super cool little bait. And it's gonna hammer some fish, I know. So we're gonna get out here, we're gonna try to get on some crappie and some big bluegills and a few bass as well. And we're gonna see what's gonna happen. It's a nice day, it's 78 degrees outside, it's about 5:30 in the evening, and we're gonna get out there and get at it, and we're gonna see what we can catch. All right, everybody, so like I said, we're gonna do some pan fishing today for crappie and some big bluegills. And like I said, I'm gonna throw probably one of the smallest baits I've ever thrown in my life. And here it is, trying to get my stuff straightened out here. It's this little mistertwister. If you guys can see how small that is, that's my thumb to that bait. But this little crawl is made by mistertwister. It's a 1/32 ounce little jig head on it. This is like a red smoke color, and we're gonna throw out there and see if we can get on some fish with that. I have seen some guys fish with these and do really well, and I'm excited to try it out and see how it works. So let me get my radio situated. I'm out on the water, and let's try to catch some panfish. Now, I am gonna target a few bass too. You guys know I have to do that, but we're gonna try to work on some panfish. That one. First one of the day. All right. Nice little brim. Guys, we got a nice little brim. First panfish of the day. See you, bud. All right, everybody. This little bitty crawl jig. This is the little This is 1 3/4 inch, I think, 1 and something inch with a 1/32 jig head. We got our first panfish of the day, so that's the way to go. And this is like some super fun fishing. All right, guys, we got one on the board. We want something bigger. I'm a little bigger than that, but we at least got one. Got him. All right, number 2. All right, that's a pretty one. I have to take a picture of this guy. Number 2. These guys are so hard to get their mouths open and get a picture of. He is tight-lipped. He's like, no. Pretty fish. Nice one. All right, everybody. Nice little panfish back in the water. All right, that's 2. Okay, everybody. So my rig setup for today, of course, my 7.2 medium fast action Enigma rod, my Enigma reel. This is my iPond series reel. I'm using 8-pound fluorocarbon and 1/32 ounce little jig head with a mistertwister microcraw jig. You find the fish, they're gonna tear it up. Got him. That's a better fish. Definitely a gill because he's not coming up. Oh yeah, this is a good one. This is what we're looking for. Look at that. Woo! That's what we're looking for, guys. Look at that. Y'all see that? Choke that thing. The one thing I like about these little baits, they're pretty easy to get out of their mouths as well, which is nice. You just kind of push on it a little bit down in there, and it usually will pop right out on them. Usually, and if you can't, then you just get a pair of pliers. There we go. Popped right out. Look at that. That is a nice hand pan size bluegill right there. All right, everybody, that's number 3, and that's a good eating size bluegill. See you, bud. All right, everybody, again, this is the smoke and red little micro jig, micro crawl from Mr. Twister. You can go to Mr. Twister's website and find them there. I think a pack of like 20 of them is like $4. And then get the one, I'm using a 1 32nd jig head. And there you go. There's one. And we got our first crappie. Right here at the boat. Little guy, but we got him. Little crappie. All right, guys, nice little crappie. Nothing big, but fun. See you, bud. All right, everybody, that's 4. This is just what I call fun fishing, man. You're just out feeling that line get tight and getting on some fish and just having some fun. And if you want to teach somebody how to fish and start learning how to use like artificial, this is a really good way to do it. Something's messing with my bait. Got him. Got him. I think he's a bass. Yep, he's a bass. He's not a bad bass either. In the boat. All right, guys. That just goes to show you right there that that little bait can catch a decent sized little bass. So I can't complain about that at all. All right, everybody. Nice little, probably 12, 13-inch little bass, somewhere in there, maybe. I don't know, but we'll take it. See you, bud. So as I've been saying, and I say a lot on this channel, that you don't need real big baits to catch bigger fish, because little baits like this will get it done, especially on highly pressured bodies of water. Something like this, you'd be surprised at what you'll end up catching on something this small. If you've ever followed me for any length of time, you know that all my big bass, even my 9-pounder I caught this year, which is my PB, came on a 1-inch blade bait. All my big fish have come on something either 3 inches or smaller. Just so you know. But this little bait is getting it done, and we're gonna keep fishing as long as we're catching fish. one. Right there, just popped it up and then let it fall. And bam, there's another fish. All right, I don't even know how many that is now. But another nice little bluegill. See you, bud. Got him. Phew, we are on the panties. Another nice bluegill. Alright everybody, I wore that one out, so I'm switching up this. This is a little black and chartreuse one. Same crawl, but just a different color. Let's see what that does since I kind of wore out my other one. We're gonna test this one out and see what happens. Got him. I'm pretty sure he's he's bass. Flip. Another decent bass on, and he's off. All right, everybody. Little bass, so he's got a chunk taken out of him. Turtle's been chewing on him. Little bass, but we'll take it. So I'm gonna keep fishing this bait. I got another one right there. I didn't even next cast in, and here we are. Another fish right there. Even though he's a little guy, I mean, that's what we're doing. We're pan fishing, throwing micro baits. Guys, we're pan fishing, throwing micro baits. Real beautiful fish, man. Wow, look at that. That guy's pretty. And we're just catching fish, and this is just fun. And if you're ever like taking somebody out for the first time to get them to fish and you're trying to get them into it, this is a great way to get them started because you're just catching fish after fish after fish. And it makes it for a fun day, and it's gonna make them want to do it again. All right, I don't know how many that is, but we're doing pretty good with the fish. There's another one. Oh, that's a bass. That's a bass. That is a bass. And he's not a bad bass. We're gonna flip him in. He engulfed that thing. Alright guys, look at that. He's not a big guy, but look at how he choked that thing. Choked it. I think I can pop this out. Yep, can pop it right out. Not a bad little pond bass. We'll take that all day long. Alright guys, another nice little bass. Just fun. Just fun. Alright. As I was saying, this is such a great little bait to start somebody on, to get them into artificial fishing and just catching a ton of fish and getting them to feel what that's like. And I cannot wait to take this bait to the river and go catch some smallies with this, because that's going to be off the hook. But right now, we're just throwing this, two different colors. We're either throwing the smoking red or we're throwing this black and chartreuse, and we're just catching fish and having fun. This is all about the pan fishing baits and doing a little pan fishing, and we're catching bass too, all in between on the same bait. We caught crappie, bass, and bluegill, and brim, all on the same bait. Trying a couple different colors, but it's all the same little bait. And the other one was getting bit just as much. So this little bait, oh, that's a good fish. Well, it feels like it. That's a gill, but yeah, look at that guy. Whew. Yep. They're liking this one too. So, I mean, I'm talking to you guys and I'm just catching fish one after the other on this bait. So if you guys want to go out and have a fun day of fishing with your kid, or with somebody that's just learning how to fish, these little micro craws from Mr. Twister are just awesome, dude. All right, everybody, another, look at that, man. These guys are so pretty. I love these guys, man. They get such a bad rap, but they're so much fun to catch. I'm just having a blast, man. If you guys know anything about me, I just like catching fish. So the other thing that's great about fishing these little micro baits is that when the fishing's tough and you're not getting any bites, you're probably going to get a bite on this. You're probably going to get a bite on it. And there's another fish. Oh, that's a nice bass. Keep him down. And oh yeah, that's a better bass. It's the biggest bass of the day, I think. Right there. All right, guys, look at that. He choked that. Choked that. So don't think you're not going to catch some bass and some bigger fish on it, because these guys are pounding this thing. He's got it up in his nostril there. I'm going to have to get the pliers on this one. Not a bad bass, not a bad pond bass. We'll take that. All right, everybody, that was a nice little bass. We'll take him. See you, bud. Got him. Nice big gillfish. All right. All right, guys, another nice bluegill. All right, everybody, really nice bluegill. See you, bud. Now we're gonna come out here and fish some of this deeper water. See if we can find some bigger fish now. I got one. All right. Well, we found a bass on that pretty quick. I'll take that. Not a big bass, but we'll take him. All right, guys, that's the blackened chartreuse. This is the Finesse shad that Mr. Twister makes. It's a 1/16 ounce Z-Man jig head, and we got our first fish on it, so I like that. Yep. Got him. Got him. Not a bad bass right there. All right, well, that was worth the spin around. All right, dude, chill out. Come on. Nice. All right, buddy, there's a little bass. That's what I was after. I wanted to get that fish. All right, everybody, not big, but definitely fun. A blast. Got him. All right, there's another one. He's not a big guy, but we'll take him. That's 2 on the trip around. Nice little brim. Got him. Oh, that's a good fish. Wow, I'm missing much on him. That's not a bad. Oh, he's not as big as I thought he was. We got him. That's 3. Nice fish. See you, bud. All right, everybody. We got 3 on the last roundabout trip. Got him. Got a crappie. I was just trolling it. Just trolling it. There he was. Okay, dude, chill out. Little crappie. See you, bud. Got him. Got him. Felt that one. Oh, look at him dig. Look at him dig. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Got you. You're not a bad looking guy. We gotta get the pliers for this guy. Nice fish. See you, bud. All right, everybody, well, that's it for me. I am done. What a fun evening of fishing, man. I caught a ton of fish, all except for one I caught on that little bitty craw Mr. Twister. This little guy right here, just so you guys can see that little bitty bait right there caught all those fish. And what a lot of fun, man. Pan fishing is fun. I didn't catch any big crappie, which I'm surprised. I usually do. I don't know what the crappie have been doing in this pond this year, but they're a lot harder to find. But that was a fun day, and I caught some decent little bass. I mean, nothing big, but just some fun-sized bass to catch. I mean, that was a lot of fun. So that one little bait will catch tons of different fish. If you want to take somebody out and start teaching them how to fish, it's such a great little bait to start with because it just hammers them and just catches them. As you guys saw, I just caught a ton of fish, had a blast. It's only out here for a few hours, and just a lot of fun. You know, it's a nice evening, but I am done. That's it. Check those baits out. You can go to mistertwister.com. They have them there. They've also got the little curly tails. They got all the baits I fished with there today. That's where I got them from, and they're just great little baits, and that's where I get the jig heads from too. You can buy those jig heads pretty much anywhere that sells crappie stuff, but that's where I got all my stuff from. So if you guys wonder where I got it, that's where I got it. That's my video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm probably gonna do some more pan fishing videos. Hopefully I can find some bigger ones on a couple different bodies of water, but it's just a great bait. And like when I go to a new body of water, that's probably gonna be my little go-to just to see what's in it and find out what's catching bait, because that thing's so much fun. So anyway, you should definitely try out some finesse fishing and some pan fishing, because it's a lot of fun, especially if you got kids or you're teaching somebody how to fish. It's a good way to get them started. So anyway, like I said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button, and just do yourself a favor, get out there, get your lines wet, and catch some fish.